Hello, David. So, David, you're right. Lately, I'm going deeper into allowing feelings to arise and pass through the body. I have found it to show parts where I'm not free yet. It seems to allow a more honest, broader experience. Is this something you have noticed on your path? David, on the path, you become more and more relaxed. You become more and more allowing, like less and less resistant. You start to notice that resistance is what the me is. The me impression is made out of resistance and of seeking, pursuing, and resisting. So as you are contemplating what you truly are, the reality of being, you will notice that beingness in its very nature isn't seeking anything, isn't arguing with anything, isn't trying to improve anything. It's just sort of, it's peace in a way. It's a stillness that has no personal intention. You start to become more and more sort of attuned with that part of yourself. You become more and more sort of infused with that peace. And of course, the feelings that are basically arising from your conditioning, because the feelings is a me quality that is basically usually arguing or attaching yourself or pursuing or wanting something to be different, that it arises, as a feeling. So that will continue to arise, but there is more and more relaxation around it in a way. There is a recognition that there are past conditions that the body-mind has recorded, and these conditions get triggered in life, at work, in family relationships, in relationships with people, just in the world. Things that you read, things that you hear about, they trigger you. And but there is an understanding that develops, which sort of bring clarity that all of these world events, including the body events, the feelings and the sensation in the body, are let's say secondary to the peace, and they have a tendency to cloud your clarity. They stir you up, and they lead you to certain actions that are not conducive to peace, and not conducive to the happiness that we love to experience, we love to share. So it's not so much, David, about allowing the feelings to arise and pass through the body. It's more in noticing that these feelings arise and that there are no boundaries around them, that they're like the weather, they're like cosmic events that just arise, and there is no actual person that is holding on to them, that is being defined by them. They're like the weather. So the allowing is an allowing without an allower. You're not actually doing an effort to allow. Maybe initially there's an effort to allow, but at some point you realize that it is all allowed. It is all sort of unfolding effortlessly and is causing no harm. You no longer take your lead from those feelings. You take your lead from presence. You take your lead from awareness. You take your lead from the still witnesser, the witnesser, the witnessing that is untouched by what it is witnessing. So you say, Tara, I did send Liane the link. I'm not sure what other invitation I could send her. I don't know. What would that be? Besides the link, I don't know what to send her. So maybe. Oh, okay. I see. The Wi-Fi signal may be. Okay, let me move closer to the. Okay, one moment. I'll be right back. I'm going inside now. Okay, I just moved. Hopefully, I don't know. Let me see what I can do. History of previous links, but no current ones. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, that's all I can do for now. See. Okay. All right. So. Okay. Let me get back here. Okay. Great, David. So you say I have found it to show parts where I'm not free yet. Yeah, whenever we are resisting, you could say that there is less freedom, and We resist because we perceive a certain threat. There is a sense of threat that something may be happening to me, to my family, to my wealth, whatever, to my health. And we perceive a sense of threat because we're identified as a person. We feel, we believe that we are this man, this person, this father, this friend, and so we're overlooking the reality of consciousness. And consciousness is not a body-mind. Consciousness is universal beingness. It's universal presence. It's peace. It's love. It's freedom. So what may help you in releasing this impression that there's a sense of threat, that you're not free, is the contemplation of what you truly are. Because when you look directly in this very moment at what you are, you will find awareness. You will come face to face with presence. Yes? And David, the character David, is downstream. So it's presence sort of appearing as David or manifesting as David. Okay. Okay, I'm sorry, Ayan. Maybe you need to out. Okay. Thank you, Tara. So it is the more we are sort of settled in the reality of being, meaning the awareness, not as an idea, but as our experience. Because your experience right now, David, is that of awareness. And the thoughts are appearing in the aware space. So there is an aware space, is there. It's what we refer to as our true nature. The true nature is this open witnessing, effortless witnessing, non-judgmental, non-contracted, non-seeking beingness, consciousness. So that is our primary experience. But the mind overlooks it, meaning when we're identified as a person, all our attention is turned towards our sensations, our thoughts, and we overlook awareness, we overlook presence. So in satsang, in meetings like this, we invite each other to notice that our primary experience is the formless awareness. You follow that?
Yes, I do. Thank you.
Yes, David. The more you visit that, the more that settles as the reality of your experience, because it is that is the reality of your experience, is the unaffected, untouched presence. And then the body-mind, meaning the activities, are they're sourced. There is a source to activity, to action, and there is a source to thoughts. Once you connect with the source, then the actions are imbued with the source, meaning they're imbued with the peace, they're imbued with the clarity, they're imbued with the sincerity, they're imbued with the fairness. All of these qualities are the qualities of consciousness. And so you don't need to try to be a good father, a good person, it's the contemplation of the truth of what we truly am that reveals the innate qualities of the self, which are love, compassion, understanding, wisdom, transparency, fairness, etc. It just would be like an easy flow, like the metaphor of the spring from the source. There is a clear water that flows. It's a clear, the source is always clear. It's a clear flow. So when you notice a certain feelings arising,
yes,
then to be completely in the presence, in the stillness, in the openness, in the transparency to whatever is arising, that is going to demonstrate to you experientially that nothing is actually happening to you. But when you retreat and you hide and you resist, the impression that something may happen to you remains, actually is rooted. The more we contract, the more the impression that there is some sort of danger, something may happen to me, gets rooted. And when we say, okay, oh, this emotion is arising. Here I am in the openness. Here I am. I am willing to be completely vulnerable, experience the entire aspect of this emotion, the entire aspect of this feeling. You will realize that actually there is no danger to you.
Mm-hmm.
And the sense of danger is through the identification with the body-mind. The body is always moving closer and closer towards old age, towards the death of the body. So the identification with the body means the identification with the inevitable mortality. And that's pretty unhappy, if you think about it. If you're, sort of wrapped up in your inevitable mortality, in your identification with the body, that's not a very happy dream. But it's a dream. It's a little bit of a nightmarish dream. But you are not the thoughts or the images that are appearing. You are the presence. You are the awareness. You are that perceives and experiences the thoughts and the sensations and the perceptions. We often make the mistake of defining ourselves by the thoughts and the feelings. But the thoughts and the feelings, they're a dime a dozen. I mean, they keep changing. So we keep defining ourselves. So happy now, I'm unhappy now, I'm depressed, oh, now I'm hopeful, etc. It's a roller coaster, very bumpy way of, but consciousness is not defined by the images that appear. Like the mirror is not defined by the images that appear in it. If the images of angels or the image of a raging fire that appears in the mirror remains undefined. Yes? Awareness, presence, peace is undefined by what appears and of course disappears. So the question is, what am I? Am I what appears and disappears? Am I the thoughts? Am I the bodily sensations? Or am I the aware presence? You see?
Yes.
The body is subject to infinite conditions, If you feed the body incorrectly, then the body will start to ache and get sick. If you don't give the body enough rest, the body will start to express, its anguish. If you don't give the body companionship and if you isolate the body will start to crave company. But that's at what is perceived as sensations, as perceptions, as thoughts. But you're not defined by that. You remain as awareness. Of course, you also take care of the body, which is intelligence. Awareness has wisdom. It loves happiness, so it loves sweet dream. So it feeds the body. It feeds the body when the body is hungry. It tries to feed the body a healthy vegetarian diet. It tries to give the body walks in nature and good company of good friends, who are truth lovers, who like to contemplate the truth. And it does not entertain, and consciousness does not entertain, oh my God, I am the body, I am going to die. That's just the identification, which consciousness perceives as false. And so at some point, consciousness says, okay, enough of this farce, enough of this unhappy identification. I'm just going to now celebrate my true nature. I'm going to celebrate now universal beingness. The peace, the causeless peace, the causeless happiness, the freedom, the joy, the sharing, the kindness, the peace. So then we live according to those principles of consciousness. We live with respect for others, with kindness, with empathy. We contemplate the truth. We live in the openness, the transparency. We don't attach ourselves to the body. We, of course, manage the body the best we can. We are limited in what we can do with the body. Like, for example, in today's society, it's harder, let's say, to find good quality food because there's a lot of industrialization in the food business. So it's more of a challenge to just do that, or to have a quiet. There's so much noise around, and so you have to sort of be wise at how you are living, what the choices that you are making, so that the experience in the dream is more peaceful and less turbulent. Yes. So that's I think that's how I see your question. Yeah. Yes. So yeah, we all travel that path.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, David. Nice to see you. I've been meaning to do Sunday hangout because I know of the time schedule in Europe.
I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah. So if there are any other questions. Any questions? Okay, so if there are no other questions, I wish you a happy Sunday and love and peace to you all.